Muhammad Ali's record shows 56 wins, 5 losses. But those 5 defeats did not weaken his legacy. They strengthened it. They showed his humanity, his resilience, his courage. Ali himself once said, "I'm not the greatest because I never lost. I'm the greatest because I always came back." Even in defeat, Ali inspired millions. His story is not about perfection, it is about persistence, dignity, and the will to rise again. And that is why Muhammad Ali will forever remain the greatest. It was called the drama in the Bahamas. Ali, overweight and slowed by Parkinson's symptoms, still showed flashes of brilliance in the early rounds. But as the fight wore on, Berbick, younger and stronger, took control. After 10 rounds, the decision was unanimous. Ali had lost again. This time, there would be no comeback. Ali retired for good. The greatest career in boxing history had come to an end. Ali was 38 years old, slowed by age and illness. Holmes, in his prime, was sharp, fast, and powerful. The fight was painful to watch. Holmes dominated from the opening bell, landing combinations at will. Ali had no legs, no speed, no defense. By the 10th round, trainer Angelo Dundee mercifully stopped the fight. It was Ali's only loss by technical knockout. Legacy of the fight, this match marked the beginning of Ali's visible decline. Doctors would later reveal signs of neurological damage. The loss to Holmes wasn't just a defeat, it was a heartbreaking reminder that even legends cannot outrun time. Despite his condition, Ali fought once more. December 11, 1981. Nassau, Bahamas. Against Trevor Berbick. On February 15, 1978, in Las Vegas, the unthinkable happened. Spinks outworked Ali. Round after round, the younger man's relentless pace and aggression overwhelmed the aging champion. Ali, sluggish and heavy, tried to rally in the later rounds, but Spinks had done enough. The judges awarded Spinks a split decision victory. Ali had lost his crown to a man barely out of his amateur career. It was one of the greatest upsets in boxing history. Yet just 7 months later, Ali regained the title in their rematch, becoming the first man to win the heavyweight championship 3 times. Even in defeat, Ali always found a way to rise again. After regaining the title from Spinks, Ali announced his retirement. But like so many great fighters, he couldn't stay away. In 1980, he returned to face Larry Holmes, his former sparring partner, now the reigning champion. But Ali fought on. Round after round, he endured the pain, throwing jabs and trying to keep Norton at bay. Yet Norton's strength and conditioning proved too much. By the final bell, the judges declared Norton the winner. Ali had lost again. This fight revealed Ali's resilience. With a broken jaw, he refused to quit, showing the world the depth of his courage. Norton, once an unknown, became a star overnight. The two would fight 3 times in total, with Ali winning 2 of the 3 battles, but the first encounter remains unforgettable. By 1978, Ali was a 3-time world champion, but time was catching up with him. At 36 years old, Ali faced Leon Spinks, a young, hungry fighter with just 7 professional bouts to his name. Spinks was inexperienced, but he was fearless, fresh off his Olympic gold medal in 1976. Ali, swollen and battered, got back up. He finished the fight standing, but the decision was unanimous. Joe Frazier had handed Muhammad Ali his first professional defeat. Ali showed grace in loss. He reminded the world that defeat is part of life, and that even champions must endure hardship. But the rivalry was far from over. Ali and Frazier would meet 2 more times, with Ali winning both, including the brutal Thrilla in Manila. Yet this first battle remains one of the greatest fights in history. 2 years later, Ali faced Ken Norton in San Diego. Norton was an underdog, disciplined, strong, but relatively unknown. Few believed he could trouble Ali. But from the opening rounds, Norton's awkward style and relentless pressure stunned the crowd. His defense was tight, his counters sharp. In the second round, Norton landed a crushing shot that broke Ali's jaw, an injury so severe that most fighters would have quit. The fight begins. Ollie started strong, using his jab and speed to control the opening rounds. His punches snapped Frazier's head back, raising welts around the champion's eyes. But Frazier, relentless and fearless, pressed forward. By round 4, he began landing his trademark left hooks, pounding Ali's body and forcing him to the ropes. Through the middle rounds, the fight turned into a brutal war. Ali's legs, once his greatest weapon, looked heavy after years of inactivity. Frazier's hooks thundered through Ali's defenses. Still, Ali answered with combinations, defiance etched on his face. Then came the 15th round. Frazier, ahead on the scorecards, delivered one of the most famous punches in boxing history, a crushing left hook that dropped Ali to the canvas for the first time in his professional career. The stage was New York City. Madison Square Garden. March 8, 1971. The bout was billed as the fight of the century. And it lived up to the name. Ali, unbeaten until his exile, had been away from the ring for more than 3 years due to his refusal to fight in the Vietnam War. By 1971, he had returned, defeating Jerry Quarry and Oscar Bonavena. But now, he faced Joe Frazier, the reigning undefeated heavyweight champion. This was more than a boxing match, it was a cultural war. Ali, outspoken, anti-establishment, the symbol of resistance. Frazier, quiet, working class, supported by the more conservative America. The tension wasn't just in the ring, it was in the very soul of the nation. Boxing is a sport of power, speed, and heart. And in the history of the sport, no name shines brighter than Muhammad Ali. Known as the greatest, Ali was more than just a fighter, he was a cultural icon, a man whose charisma and courage transcended the ring. His speed, his dazzling footwork, and his razor-sharp intelligence made him unlike any heavyweight before him. But even the greatest are not invincible. Across his legendary career, Ali tasted defeat 5 times. Each loss was not just a blemish on his record, but a turning point, a lesson in humility, endurance, and resilience. Tonight, we revisit these battles, the moments when Ali fell, only to rise again.